Dear Marco Samarini, dear all our Italian friends, my name is John Kanu. I am the director and founder of the Sierra Leone Chesterton Center. On behalf of myself and all my colleagues at the Sierra Leone Chesterton Center, I salute you all, and we wish you that you have a very wonderful and fruitful deliberation in your conference, which I understand is being held on the 24th of May 2014. While we are 6,000 miles away from each other, I want to assure you of our support, that we are with you in spirit. The story about the Sierra Leone Chesterton Center has a long way. Some of you, our friends, with whom I was fortunate to meet with last year when I visited you in Italy, you know by now that I was born in a little village called Kabonka in northern Sierra Leone. As a boy who hailed from a family of farmers, peasant farmers in northern Sierra Leone, there is no way I could have known about a man called G.K. Chesterton. In other words, my meeting Chesterton and all of you wonderful people was dictated by what I will describe as providential events that took place in my life. And I want to start and introduce you on the long way on how I met Chesterton and how all my colleagues in Sierra Leone are slowly learning and admires this wonderful person in the person of G.K. Chesterton. When I was a little boy, right in the village and in the middle of nowhere, I had always wanted to go to school. And so I had tormented my father and our extended family to send me to school. After much persuasion, the family decided to send me to school in a nearby village. And again, a chain of events did take place. After I had attained my primary school, I had to relocate in another different part of Sierra Leone in the east, where my uncle was working in the diamond fields. And through the assistance of my uncle, which is part of our extended welfare family system in Africa, I got my secondary education. And also, through contact with the Catholic Church, I also managed to get my first university education here in Sierra Leone. But for some reason, I never felt that I had had enough in education. So I had always wanted to have more education beyond what was available in my country. And here come my meeting with G.K. Chesterton. Because in 1999, while my country was burning, raging in a very, very brutal civil war that has been described as the most grotesque in Africa, which took away about 150,000, the lives of 150,000 people. 50,000 others got mutilated, and 127,000 women were raped. In the middle of that war, for some strange event, I won a scholarship to go to study in England at Oxford University. So, on the 1st of October 1999, I left the shores of Sierra Leone for Oxford. Few months in my studies in Oxford, I ran into an Englishman called Stratford Caldecott. Stratford, I suppose most of you know or you have met either through his work or in some of his lectures. Stratford became a friend to my family in Oxford, and he slowly introduced me to the G.K. Chesterton Library at the time, which was being hosted at Plater College. The G.K. Chesterton Library consisted at that time of G.K.'s walking stick, some memorabilia, and other things, personal belongings to him. And of course, a host of his own books. While I attended Stratford lectures, it slowly dawned on me that this man called G.K. Chesterton was indeed a deep thinker and a visionary. While I cannot boast myself of being an avid reader of G.K. Chesterton or a scholar of G.K. Chesterton, but of some of the things that I read about G.K. Chesterton, about his works while I was in Oxford, three important things struck me immediately, and they had remained with me since then. The first thing that struck me about G.K. Chesterton's philosophy is his writings on distributism. The second thing is about the rural economy. And the third thing that came out very clearly from some of the books I read about G.K. Chesterton was about the importance of the family. And my friends, as you are today meeting in Rome on G.K. Chesterton's conference, these three things, distributism, the rural economy, and the importance of the family, still continue to fascinate me and fascinate even all my friends here in Sierra Leone. Like I was struck by some of these things in 1999. The thing that makes that fascinate us most about G.K. Chesterton's work around distributism, the rural economy, and the family is that how could an Englishman writing in the 19th century, how could he have some kind of really predicted and had a very clear vision about some of the things that are taking place in my country, Sierra Leone, today, and in most African countries? Because like in his 19th century Britain, Sierra Leone today, the things about distributism, which is our own social welfare in Africa, the importance of the rural economy, because most of our economies are agrarian, the importance of the family, these are the tenets for us in Africa. They are the meaning of life. And these are the things that capitalism and the so-called modernism are actually eroding very fast. And that is this vision, which was some kind of espoused by G.K. Chesterton in his writings, struck me very, very strongly. And then it was in fact at this stage that I decided that after my studies in Oxford, I will come back home to Sierra Leone, and that when I return to Sierra Leone, I will found an organization on behalf and in the name of Chesterton. Today I'm very proud to say that in 2006, we launched the Sierra Leone Chesterton Center here in Freetown, and I'm also very happy that not a day have we deviated from the aspirations of distributism, from some kind of supporting our rural economies, and also some kind of really putting premium on the family, because the family for us is the social unit through which we owe our morality, through which we owe our civilization, It is the family through which we owe sanity. And that is why we work in rural communities. We work with poor rural farmers. We work with poor communities and try to strengthen them to uphold and propagate the importance of distributism and try to support the rural economy and also support the family, because it is the family after, when government fails, when economic system fails, when social systems, political systems fails, it is our rural economies, it is our families, it is distributism that is the way forward. For a country like ours in Sierra Leone, for a lot of African countries, and maybe to some extent for the whole world. Today, we support 35 farmer cooperatives in eastern Sierra Leone, in the district of Kanu. Kanu district is Sierra Leone's diamond-rich country. It is the district where everything can go wrong. And we have concentrated to work with families in far and hard-to-reach villages, organizing peasant farmers into cooperatives. When I got invited last year to visit the Italian Chestatee Society and Santa Caterina di Siena in Italy last year, I was also very fascinated to see an example of distributism in most of the meetings I attended in Ferrara, in San Benedetto, and other communities. And when I came back home to Sierra Leone, for the last 1 year, we have been working very, very hard to also incorporate some of the good things that I learned when I visited you. So, we want to guarantee and assure you that we will always provide you our prayers, we'll be with you in spirit during your conference in Rome, and that we want to be part of the wider Chestatee family. However, I cannot end up my message without actually pointing out that while we have been very, very successful, while in fact our success had largely remained with the support of few people, first and foremost, Stratford Caldicott, who we are very, very sad to hear that he's very, very ill, and we pray for him. We had also relied on the encouragement and support of Ada Maki and his family. And because of my meeting with you people in Italy last year, we have also some kind of been exposed and even affirmed our belief in Chestatee by the very, very encouraging messages and support we have had from the Italian Society and the organization of St. Catherine of Siena. We have also had some support from the U.S. Chestatee Society in the person of Dale Alquist, who is the U.S. president for the U.S. Italian Chestatee Society. All of this, we continue to rely on your support, on your friendship, and on an exchange. And before too long, we want to challenge you that before too long, there will be a Chestatee Society conference in Sierra Leone. And I want us all to pin our hopes and aspirations towards that as we are developing. I thank you very much, and we wish you all the best in your conference. Thank you.